Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 491. We're inching ever closer. Next quarter, we'll likely hit that 500 number. That's crazy.
I need to turn off the camera so that I don't see that my bangs are doing this thing.
Yeah, it's been rainy. Like I feel like my hair, no matter what, is like
Yeah, yeah. I got done with a workout the other day and my hair was like out to here. Like no joke. Like, and it's not a lot, I don't know. It's just it was surprising. I caught myself in a mirror and went, whoa.
Yeah, I will yeah. Same other things, right? Like
Yeah.
shorts all the way sweat through and you're like, "Oh my Lord, look at how wet
Yeah.
the it looks like I wet my pants." Or I've got like so much salt on my legs that I look like I haven't bathed in, several days from running in the heat. So, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. You catch yourself every once in a while. Did not have a ton of administrati for today. Just the third quarter is coming to an end, as I'm sure we're both aware with work plans and whatnot. So we'll be rounding into our fourth quarter and the last of the Craft Your Luck craft
Yes.
along. Thanks to those who've joined us, and hopefully yeah, some more people can feel motivated to do a couple of challenge or yeah, count some of their knitting towards some of the challenges that we've had so far this
Hmm.
year. And yeah, I do have a survey out for when we do our craft alongs. It doesn't seem like Wednesdays are great times for people currently.
Hmm.
Or it's just yeah, busy fall schedules with school starting back up and whatnot. But yeah, it's fairly quick. It's like what days of the week are you available? What's your preferred day of the week? What time do you generally join? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and we'll do a drawing next Friday for the folks
Hmm.
that have given us those insights. So that's my administrati.
Yeah, we need to talk about getting the signups out there, but that should be shortly announced, one way or the other. And then, yeah, just just thinking about how we need to put out the vendor call outs as well. So very
Mhm.
excited to get that initial chunk of work started on the retreat end. But I know a lot of you have been curious because we have kind of drifted from early September to late September slash early October in
Yep.
when we post all of this stuff. So we will be getting that out shortly. I keep saying shortly, but I'm hoping in the next week to 10
Yeah.
days. So
Yeah. It's definitely something that we have to zero in on a couple of points and triangulate. So, yeah, once we get that, though, it's like, then we've
yeah,
got people and lists and yeah. So, yes,
yeah.
let the fun begin.
Yes, let the fun begin. Yeah, it's a mad dash until we get started with the wonderful craft along, and then it gets to be kind of just fun, right?
Hmm.
And then we get to ramp the work back up again.
Hmm.
So, yep, that's all starting very shortly. Um, and we
Excellent.
have FOs today.
Yes.
So I went through all of my FO projects on Ravelry and I couldn't find much that I had actually finished. And I swear I'd already talked about socks and different things that I'd been working on. And so I just went with the things that I pretty much know you haven't seen me finish yet. We have a hat. So this is Snow Globe.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is Snow Globe by Tin Can Knits. I was working on this using their app. So very step by step, you get to click as you finish or accomplish, a row. It does chart minding for you and all sorts of great stuff. So um, very, very happy with the hat and the pattern.
Yeah.
When The yarn itself is from Orchard Textiles here in Rochester. So I believe that it is natural dyed as well as being from their local sheep themselves, because this one is a Teeswater, which is a shave 'em to save 'em breed. And so, yeah, I know that they also do alpaca. So that's why this project took a long time, is because I was noticing a little bit of itching. And I powered through to a certain point, and then when I need to find out if the reason for this is the hat, so then I stopped and put it down, but then powered through again. I do believe that this is it's very rustic feeling. It's not you can't rub it on your cheek, I guess is what I'm gonna say. Back of hand is fine, but as soon as it gets around my cheek, I'm not too happy with it. But I will say every time I've washed it, it has gotten a little bit better. So I think that over time, this is going to turn into a very soft and warm hat. So planning to continue to wash it and hope that all of what is ailing me or making me allergic to it is gone, but also that because it is a Teeswater, I think that whatever else is in here is just byproduct of the
Yeah.
general area of the, so it should wash out, I'm
Milled,
hoping.
milled or in the general vicinity of when they were shaving the, yeah.
Yes. So then yeah, just really excited because I think that as I keep washing, it'll get softer and softer. And with those longer staple, it did feel like a longer staple with those longer staple wools. And again, I'm not sure about Teeswater. I'm just going with hand, how it felt while I was working with it, that I think it is a longer staple. Um, so, don't trust me. Go out. I have that breed sheep book. Maybe I'll look it up later for
Yeah.
curiosity's sake. But
Great
yeah,
use for a hat though, like the rustic. I
yes.
mean, it touches your ears, I guess. But yeah, it's not something that you're gonna feel on the back of
And
your
again,
hand or your, yeah.
its back of hand is actually quite good. I think it's just that extra sensitive, like
Yeah.
it gets a little prickly. It does have
Very
a
pretty
prickly
though.
spot.
Kind of reminds me of like rose gold, when the
Oh
in the
yeah.
current lighting. Yeah.
Yeah. Very fun color. It
Hmm.
is part of that Naked series. If you
Yep.
um it's me colored.
Evie's like, when my hair is out to here, I grab the me colored hat.
Um we'd already talked about these, but now they're done. So we have
Woohoo!
these cool socks and then the mate. So
Ah.
on the mate, I just decided to do some fun short rowing
Hmm.
up at the heel so that it looks like one of those sporty socks
Hmm.
that you can buy in the store. And yeah, that was just a little fun addition I had done. And so now we have the his and hers
Yeah.
socks ready to find their home. I I am concerned with the size. Um, so there is a potential that I'm going to have to rip back this toe and add some length. Um,
Hmm.
because as I was knitting it, I know it's supposed to be bigger than my foot, but it I tried them on and it's pretty much spot on the size of my foot. So, um, and I think there is even just a little bit of negative ease in there. So I want to wait for them to try them on and make sure because I don't want to rip it out preemptively. But if they try them on and they're just a smidge too small, there's going to be kind of a rip out session where I rip this out. I might even just reknit the toe rather than worrying about grafting. Um, but they were a bottom up. And so I'm just thinking I'll rip the toe back, continue some of the red, and then cap the toe again.
Yeah.
But, but only if required. We'll see.
Yeah, it really
Again,
kind of depends if they've got the same width of foot as you, right? They may get some
right.
length by it not being stretched as wide. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll see, and then these like because of how they're kind of folding over right now, they almost seem like they're the same size as these. And I know that the people don't have the same size foot. So I'm like, oh no. What did I
Uh-oh.
do? But I think in my haste, I went like, yeah, this is, measure, 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 measure. Okay, this is good enough. And I think I
Yep.
botched it. But I've already got the contingent plan of fixing it. So there is enough of the red to go ahead and extend. And reknitting a toe can be done quite quickly if I have to.
Hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, again, I had what do I want to say? I have a bunch of stuff that's close to being done, and then I had group started like 3 sweaters. So if there's a sweater that I accomplished and didn't share here, I really I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is my stack of hats that got completed since the last time that we chatted. Again, maybe not very interesting, but a lot of the knitting that I'm doing. So have like a nice brown knit picks, like just a solid brown with some Earl Grey Madelinetosh.
Mhm,
So you can see what it looks like on the other side. It's kind
mhm,
of got some of the some bluer sections and some oranger sections. That same skein got paired with a dark green as well.
mhm,
So you've got the dark green, and then again that kind of those stripes in
mhm,
different hues bring out different colors, which is kind of interesting. And then the roommate series that I kind of previewed last week of oop, this one I didn't have folded in on itself. But yeah, I've got I've got the socks on that match this hat. But yeah, a red, a green, this purple, and then the blue are the kind of inside or outside, and then the all with the same gray, and then they all have that same kind of swirling rainbow on the
mhm,
inside. So yeah, I need to find out when I'm going to see Darling Daughter. And then I had a little bit left of the rainbow to start a fifth hat. I don't
mhm,
know who that's going to be, whether or not that's another friend of hers, or maybe mom gets one that kind of partially matches the the rooming.
mhm.
But yeah, I think I called out last week. My husband was like, do you like making the same thing over and over?" I think he was commenting on like, I mean, he's seen me make the same things over and over.
Right.
But like literally, this end is exactly the same on all four of them. And I think like intermixing it with like trying to get to the other end that's going to be different was like pseudo motivating.
Mhm.
And also kept me from being like, I'm making the same. Like, I don't think I would be able to make four of those if they were all literally the same,
Oh
but
yeah.
because it was just one tip that was
Mhm,
like the same color combo. Yeah, I think I was fine. And then I'm gonna like everybody kind of tilt your head a little bit. Like this was an FO, and then I turned it into a work in progress. Um, and of course, I'm like laying on or put the needles are underneath my leg and I'm picking it up and pulling them out of it. So this was my soft current that I showed
mhm,
last week. I did not like the place where this was hitting me on the sleeve, and so I picked up. It took me a couple of times to get the right number of stitches, and you can see the color is kind of wildly different in this third skein than the first skein. But I was able to pick up, and I'm working, an inside and outside of the skein
mhm,
to add some sleeves on my soft current. So yeah, it was done per pattern. And then I seamed up underarm a little bit here. Again,
mhm,
a very knitter thing to do. Like, look, see where I had to seam it up. And then yeah, pick up some sleeves. Didn't want them to be too big because again, it's already kind of falling off of my shoulders. So they're a little bit like the Hohi, what was that called? That had the like little bitty sleeves um, at the end
So
of the drop sleeve.
Weekender? No,
No, that's
other
I
one.
understand.
Foxy.
Boxy, yes, yeah. So it is a little boxy, and it's got some little boxy sleeves that extend out. But we'll see. Again, it's definitely a like Megan special of okay, well this is done. I don't like where the sleeves are hitting me, and it's kind of like to make them hit right on my sleeves. The neckline has to be too big for me. Like I don't like a
Hmm.
neckline that's kind of further out. And the V, I also modified this so that the V wasn't as deep as was written, and it's still pretty deep. Like you can see kind of the top of my camisole if I try it on, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's a fun pattern, like you were saying last week. Like it's just like some very addictive lace there. And then once you were in the round, you're just like flying along.
Hmm.
But yeah, I decided to add some sleeves. Maybe because the because winter is coming. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I fear what the next FO will bring because I do have one set of socks that's almost done, but
Mhm.
just I did scatter start a bunch of bigger projects, so I don't know if I'm gonna finish anything uh here in the next month other than those socks.
Yeah.
But
I definitely have fits and starts. Like I was looking,
mhm,
I take a photo of the hat when I finish it for my photo
mhm,
reel, with both sides. Like one of them's over my eyes, and then I flip it inside out, and then I have my eyes. And like I was looking at how far they were scattered out, and sometimes it's like 4 days in between, finished hat, and other times it's like a week or more, right? So I do have a new one of these on the needles. Like I always finish one and then cast on the next one immediately, because I do have a bunch of scraps lined up to be
mhm.
made into hats. And yeah, it's fits and starts with me too, but mostly on like a sweater project and a hat project.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Again, like I started that wonderful oh, super scrappy sea glass. That
mhm.
sea glass, and then I set it down for a bit. Cast on that lovely want wander years, or yeah, wonder years. No, gosh, that just sound right either. Yesteryears, that's what it's called. Yesteryears. I knew it ended in years. Um, yesteryears is really fun and addictive part of the yoke, and I'm kind of teasing that one out because I don't want to finish it too quickly. And then, of course, the lovely tank, this sessions tank. That one is fun. That's almost my mindless knitting project right now because there's a lot of around and then there's a little bit of the lace and then around
Yep.
lace.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You've got those sections in between the front and back, at least with this soft current. Yeah. So,
yeah,
yeah, can be
and
mindless, and then it can also be like engaging. Oh, this is the row where I get to do the.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So,
I do think that I mean just in sheer volume this summer session should be done first, but who knows? I
yeah.
might get like a wild hair and finish a different one lickety
Aren't
split.
going to
But
decide randomly to knit sleeves on it.
no,
Yeah.
never. I
Yep.
am really, really enjoying my tank tops. I think every one that I finish is my new favorite, and I've been wearing or vests. I don't even know. Like some of them feel very tank top, and some of them feel very vest um, to me. But definitely enjoying them and excited to complete them and get them worn. In yeah, 'tis the season
Hmm.
for a few more weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that was yeah. Some of much of the same, but some more commentary on it. So yeah.
Yeah, I have three and I feel like, oh my gosh, I actually had three. And
Yay!
Megan's sitting here with a stack of hats the size of the
It
moon.
is pretty mindless knitting,
Yeah,
other
yeah,
than the striping. So yeah.
I agree. I am tempted to start one. There's
Yes.
so many great, like, beautiful, bright, scrappy yarns just sitting in my stash that
Yeah,
I get
yeah. It
inspired.
definitely scratches an itch for me of
Yeah.
like giving use to yarns that are just kind of, yeah, that would have to have a very specific small amount and have a, like there's the joy of finding a nice combo. There's the joy of using like yeah, there's something there. There's a there that makes me have made so many of these,
Yes.
right? So,
Yes. Well, and the bright, like I right now all of my things are quite subdued.
mm,
I agree that the sea glass looks kind of nutso, but each individual color is a solid.
yeah.
And I'm working with another solid and another solid. So like just something with variegated and bright and
Mhm.
cheery just sounds like a perfect thing. I might have to go stash diving and get myself a combo cast on here shortly.
Hashtag enabling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Uta. Righty.